Okay, so now let's build the second floor. And remember, if we look at that, the edge of the floor is going to be sort of like this shape. So it's a big rectangle, but it's got this cutout where the stairs is so that you can actually go up and down. So that's what we want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and build that floor the same way I built the first floor, and then we probably need to adjust some wall heights to make sure that that makes sense. So let's go have a look at that. Okay, so this is where I left my first floor. I'm going to go ahead and go to the second floor. So I go to my project browser over on the left-hand side and double click on second floor. It opens that view, and I'm looking down, and it's already got the underlay turned on for me of the first floor. That's kind of handy. So I'm going to build my floor. So I click on the floor tool up on the architecture ribbon, and it is the same floor that I have downstairs. So wood joist 10-inch. And remember that this is my load-bearing wall in the middle, so my floor joists will run left to right just like they do downstairs. So I'm going to use the straight line drawing tool, and I'm going to create this floor. Let's see, I'm going to go like that, that. Okay, so click escape twice to get out of that. We may have to adjust this right here. I'm not sure exactly what dimension that wants to be until we start working on our stairs, and I don't want to get us sidetracked on stairs. So I think that's good enough for now, and we can always make adjustments later. This is set to go on the second floor, so we are good. So I click the green check mark, save the project. It says, would you like the walls to go up to this floor's level to attach to its bottom? I'm going to say no, I don't want to do that. Might do that later. Then let's go look at it in 3D and see what we just did. So I click on the 3D view up here, and there it is in blue. Let me change this to shaded. Maybe that'll make that a little bit more obvious. So there's our second floor. If I click on it, it'll come transparent. And that load-bearing wall, which is right there, looks like it doesn't quite come up to the bottom of that floor. And then here on the sides, it looks like the floor and those exterior walls overlap. So we have some adjusting to do, but that's okay. So I'm going to go back to the first floor plan. And I had put this section in to look at my stairs. Well, I'm going to slide that section up here into the bedroom area. And then I'm going to open that section by double clicking on the head of the section mark. And yeah, here's what I was hoping to see. Let me turn on fine detail. So this is my load-bearing wall here and here, and it's not actually reaching up high enough. So this one, I'm going to change the constraints on it. So instead of it being unconnected 8 feet tall, I'm going to make it go to the second floor. But then if I just do that, notice what happens. It's going to go through my floor, and it goes all the way up to the top. Well, that's not what I want. So I'm going to put an offset of the 10-inch thickness of the floor joist plus the subfloor. So I put a top offset here of negative 10 inches and click enter. And now it's going precisely there. I've got the same problem down here. So this one that's in the basement, I want that one to go to the first floor, and then a top offset of negative 10 inches. Click apply. And so now that one's going up to the bottom. This gap that you see here between the basement foundation wall and the first floor, that's that 1.5 inches that we would have for our sill plate. So you can see right there, 1.5 inches is my dimension. So my load-bearing walls are fixed. As a matter of fact, if I go back to 3D, I probably want all of these walls. So I'm going to do a, let me hide this guy here for just a minute. Do a temporary hide element. And then I want to select, actually let me go back to hidden line. And I want to select all of these interior wall partitions. So I'm going to do a right click, select in view, select all instances visible in view. So those are all of my 2x4 interior non-load bearing walls, and they're unconnected, 8 feet tall. So I'm going to make those go up to the second floor, and then do an offset of -10 inches. So that way all of my interior walls are the correct height. Click apply, there we go. Click someplace else, and then to get my floor back, I click on those sunglasses down at the bottom of the screen again and hit reset temporary hide, and there you go. So now life is looking pretty good. I've got some exterior walls to finish, but we can do that next time.